and welcome to Scamper Scandals. I'm your host, Jessica Ito, and with me is Brittany Lees. Today we'll be talking about Scamper.
Okay, so we're going to start.
So let's start with today. What is Scamper?
Scamper is a creative problem-solving tool that can help you come up with ideas. Scamper is an acronym that stands for substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put to other purposes, eliminate, and reverse.
So what does all of that mean?
Well, you start by looking at things you can substitute to improve it. You can then think of things to combine that can also improve your idea. You can move on to adapt to see how things can be changed. You move on to the M, which is modify. You make those changes. You can then look at how you can use that for another purpose. You eliminate ideas that aren't helpful, and then you rearrange it to see if it would work if it was done in a different order.
I just undid my pants. So who created this divergent tool?
In the early 1970s, Bob Eberle came up with the idea of Scamper.
And when should you use Scamper?
You can use Scamper when you need to create new ideas or discover more ideas when you're running out. Use it to stimulate new ways of thinking about the problem.
How do you connect Scamper with broadcasting?
It can be applied to the broadcasting industry by using it to create new ideas to improve the areas of the television studio or improve current ideas that seem impossible.
Do you have any examples of how to apply Scamper?
An example is if you have a video to create with no budget, the video is about a seatbelt campaign. The original idea is that you use a hospital and show a car crash. For substitute, you replace actors with family members, and you force the illusion of a crash without using a hospital. For combine, you use the family members to force that illusion. To adapt, film inside a stationary car at night and use a crying child to invoke a sense of emotion. For modify, use chest compressions to force the illusion that there are emergency medical services being on location. Another use it could be put to is to use it for a drunk driving campaign. Eliminate the visuals of a real crash. Lastly, rearrange the video to do a flashback sequence to create a more dramatic effect. Using the Scamper model, you have come up with an idea to create a video involving a father dying in a car accident with his daughter because he was not wearing a seatbelt. Scamper gave you that idea that was much simpler and caused a much more dramatic effect.
Where would you use the Scamper model?
The Scamper tool is a creative tool that can be used anywhere, that someone would want to make a change to something. Although the main place where this tool is used would be in companies that want to make a better product, it can be used almost everywhere. In fact, every company that wants to grow and succeed needs to employ this technique, because the Scamper tool is an efficient way to improve a product by generating ideas. Each letter in the acronym represents a different way you can play with the characteristics of the product to generate new ideas of how to make it better. This would benefit companies because technology is always changing. Therefore, the products a company produces needs to always be changing. For example, in the last 10 years, Apple has shot out of nowhere. In 2001, Apple came out with their first iPod. After expanding from computers to compete with MP3s, from 2001 to 2010, Apple came out with 25 different types of iPods, each better than the next. The engineers at Apple, who are in charge of the next generation of iPod, have used the Scamper tool, whether it was intentionally or not. Scamper can be used anywhere there needs to be a change, or when someone is looking for a new idea. It is in use in many organizations today to create new ways of achieving the same result.
And why would you use the Scamper tool?
The Scamper tool is unique in that it provides a way for the user to improve on an idea. Instead of come up with a new idea, it gives the user a fresh perspective of the idea, and it provides ways to change the idea to suit your needs. Also, the Scamper tool is used to help modify a tool, since everything that is new is a modification of something that already exists. In addition, it's relatively easy to use since it applies questions to the situation. Scamper initiates more creativity out of a person, and it is a way to easily find ways of changing an object. Apple is one of many companies who uses this technique because it is the easiest way to find out how to change your product or service for the good. Companies have found that this process is a more time and cost efficient than making a focus group.
Well, thank you, Brittany, for making everything clear about Scamper, creativity tool. Thank you for watching Scamper Scandals. See you next time.
This one is for the boys with the cool booming system. Top-down AC with the cooler system.
Get something to put on.
Should I be like sitting over here? Rule of thirds.
Really need something for my throat. Hopefully it won't take too long and then somebody can edit it.
Chris.
Oh, I was pointing at Chris.
Why are you pointing at me?
Because you're back.
So?
I'm a little offended.
Why? The girls are gonna come in and do it? Rude! What up? 1, 2, 3, I'm
I
talking.
hate Scamper. Scamper's stupid.
My hair looks black in these.
That's weird. Hey, is it recording?
Not yet.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Looks like it's recording.
Shut up.
Really? No. Why are you making stupid faces this whole time? I don't know.
That's why.